What's going on, guys? It's your boy K-Star here, back at it again with another action figure unboxing review. Today we're going to be bolting it back to My Hero Academia, or Boku no Hero Academia. Something a bit different. So we've got a Amazing Yamaguchi powered by Revoltech KATSUKI Bakugo figure, and this one is absolutely awesome and very sought after, and it's only just been released. So very much looking forward to this. Before we get into it, can you smash that like button, hit that notifications bell, all that boring stuff that you don't want to hear. Obviously it means a lot to us and the channel, and we really appreciate it. So that would be absolutely awesome if you could do that. And before we start, we'll get our random item of the day, and today it's just my dog, because we haven't got anything random. So yep, that's my dog Simba, chilling there. You can't really get her from anywhere because it's my dog, but obviously you can adopt a dog or get one from a seller, but I'd personally choose adoption because there's a lot of dogs in need that need lovely, loving families. So yeah, so we'll get straight into it. So obviously we've got Bakugo here looking absolutely epic in the window display from Amazing Revoltech Yamaguchi. So there he is. Got the front of the box, some art of the figure, not the character, it's actually of the figure, with Amazing Yamaguchi powered by Revoltech there. Bakugo, some art, his name, some nice colours. You got him there doing like a crazy sort of launch pose that he does in the anime. Looking cool with boom on the side there. We've got the back with all the craziness, so you got all these eyes and facial expressions, accessories, the angry explosive guy that he is, along with all the stuff that you get there. So it comes with a lot of gear, as you can see there, some Japanese shebang, etc., and some nice art and deco in the corner there, looking absolutely awesome. There, probably my favourite pose of Bakugo on the side, looking cool, knowing he's the boss. Absolutely awesome. The top, again, you get like a bit of art of him from the anime, as you can see there. Pretty cool. And the bottom, I thought this was a nice little touch. You get some terms and conditions, Japanese shebang, but you also get the art of him drawing his weapons. So I thought that's awesome. So without further ado, because we've been banging on, we'll unbox Mr. KATSUKI. So let's go. Sorry about that, guys, we're back. So I just wanted to say, right out the box, this guy is looking absolutely epic. So as you can see, there's our boy Bakugo, looking very dope indeed. Very dope. And as you can see, a part just fell out, and I'll go into detail about later. So first of all, we'll go into paint and detail. So basically, we've got Mr. Bakugo looking awesome. He's got all the colours he should have. Absolutely incredible. So you've got his hero outfit with the explosive tassels on the back of his head, looking cool. His beige blondish hair that you all know him for, absolutely perfect. Eyes, mask, skin tone, all painted as Bakugo would be in the show, so nothing wrong with there. You got his neck collar part painted perfectly, the silver. You got his arms and his suit. So as you saw there, the part that disconnects just came off, and that's one of my issues with this figure. But yep, skin tone, suit, the black contrasted with the skin tone and the explosive orange, absolutely awesome. Again, down to his belt, you got his grenade belt, as we know Mr. Explosions for. Down to his combat army trouser boots slash armor, whatever you want to say that. All the way around, no issues at all. Painted lovely throughout with the combat green. Finally we go to the boots, the silver shin pad area, and the black boots there with the orange soles, looking absolutely awesome. And the soles have been sculpted individually, just like combat boots would be. So absolutely awesome in terms of looks for Bakugo. Now before I go into articulation, I'll just say Amazing Yamaguchi are known for their over-engineering of figures, so you have a lot more articulation than a normal figure would. So in terms of that, I can totally agree, because this guy is very much over-engineered. but because Bakugo, how he is as a character and how complicated his suit is, I think that's justified, to be honest. I'll be really honest. I don't think they could have done it any other way. The only gripe I've got is, as you saw, there's a really awkward hairpiece that goes at the back. So when you turn the figure around, you can see the ball joint there. So that looks really ugly there. There's a big gap, and I feel like they could have just sculpted the hair just normally with a flap at the back, instead of having this really awkward hairpiece that covers the ball joint, and it doesn't even cover it that much, it just keeps falling out. So that is my one major gripe about this figure. Over engineering when you don't need it to be. But other than that, it looks absolutely dope. But something as silly as that, you don't really want your £65, £70 figure to have a silly little piece like that keeps falling out for no reason, because that will get on your nerves, as it's getting on mine because of OCD. So I'm gonna have to go out my way probably to glue that to find a fix. So that is one big shame for me. But other than that, it looks awesome. So we'll get into some articulation while we're here. So start at the head. These fully rotate all the way around. They're on individual ball joints. And if you can see that there, my camera, as you know, is awesome at focusing. So you can spin them around and you can position them however you want, which is absolutely dope. As we know, you get full articulation at the head, up, down, left, right, and you can go all the way around if you really want to, but there's no need on the K-Star channel. You can go all the way down and backwards and forwards at the neck, because he's got a ridiculously long neck, as you can see. So you can get him in crazy destruction poses, as that we know Bakugo for, very much so in the show. So quite good there. At the arms, you get 90, and you can go all the way around, because as you can see, the arms are on really, really big ball joints, so you can get any type of articulation you want at the arms. You have a bicep swivel at the wrist all the way around, and you also have a swivel at the hand there, as you can see. And again, this is another engineered part of the figure that is really loose on mine for some reason. It just don't want to stay on, and it was even loose in the packaging when I opened it, so that's a big shame. But either way, we get good articulation at the arm. And sorry, I forgot to mention, you get an elbow joint as well that swivels all the way around, if that floats your boat. So not too shabby there. At the abdomen area, we get up, down, left and right, but be careful because you don't want to scratch your paint. Can you see how my paint's a bit rubbed? That's an effect on the figure, but you can see the fading on the paint. So if you rub that too much over time, that will wreck your figure, and you don't want that on an expensive Amazing Yamaguchi. At the waist, left, right, all the way around, and you can spin and rotate 360 if that floats your boat. But I'm not too fussed, in my opinion, as we know. For the legs, you get quite a lot. So you get a floating part for the belt and his grenade pants to cover up the ball joints, which is a really good idea. You can get all the way forward and higher if you really want to, but I'm not going to extend my figure. And you can get kind of like an almost full split for Bakugo, even though he won't be doing ballet. You'd never catch him dead doing that. You may catch him doing a kick, but you wouldn't catch him doing ballet. So that's really decent for these figures, as they're well known for. Again, I exercise caution because I always worry at the ball joints. They can snap. I've seen people's figures snap and they cry, because once these guys sell out, you cannot get them back. They are really, really difficult to get back because you cannot find the stock, because you have to import them from Japan. You also get beyond 90 at the knee, so you can do cool jump poses and all sorts with Bakugo, and you can swivel the knee all the way around. You do get a thigh swivel as well as this awesome articulation at the leg. You get full articulation at the feet, up, down, left, right, all the way around, and you get a toe pivot as well. So you get all sorts with these Amazing Yamaguchi. They're really good at articulation. They may be over engineered, but in terms of what you can do with them, they're absolutely awesome. For me, it's just a massive shame about that silly joint at the back of the head that I can't seem to just get to stay in for whatever reason, which is a massive shame for me, because something as silly as that can ruin the entire figure. But anyway, we'll carry on to the accessories. So as the back piece falls out again, so we're just going to leave that there for now, unfortunately, because it's rather annoying. So bear with me 1 second, guys. So accessories for this guy, you get quite a lot of stuff. First of all, you get removable arm pieces, so you can have him in like a casual pose with regular arms, so you don't have to have those big grenades. If you think like me, he looks better without the grenade features, you can attach these other arm pieces to give him a casual look. You get extended needle arm things for his grenade, so you can detach these silver grenade edges for his cannons and put these on to make it look like they've been locked and loaded, ready to shoot, which is quite cool. So you get 2 of them. By the looks of it, my favourite thing, you get an alternate hairpiece, which I think looks awesome, and I wish I saw this before, but it looks like you can just have his hair and face on a peg, and look, it's sculpted, so you don't have to worry about that silly hairpiece falling out. And I will try and attach that later, because that looks really cool, and I didn't know we could actually do that, which is absolutely awesome. And following that, you get an angry face for Bakugo, as you can see there, which looks dope. Don't know if you can see that there, guys, but you get some unmasked face plates, which look absolutely dope. I think that one in the corner's my favourite. You get like 6 interchangeable hands, as well as the 2 he's already got, a needle pin for his grenades, and a boatload of eyes that have fell out of the positioning, so you can, when you take the face off, you can interchange the eyes on the masked face to give him like left and right eyes, angry eyes, whatever you want to do, which is a cool effect. They've fallen all over the place in transit because it has come all the way from Japan, so I don't blame it at all, but that's just some cool accessories. And my personal favourite part of the figure, you get energy effects. Not many figures take the time to put energy blast effects in to their figures, so you can do various things. So you can attach the blast effects to the hands, and you can have exploding Bakugo doing crazy business, as you can see there, just to add a bit of extra zap to the figure, which I think is really awesome. It is a bit flimsy and it's hard to set up, it takes a while, but at the end of the day I think it's worth it with all the stuff you get. So what I'm going to do before we wrap up, I'm going to attempt to stick some accessories on and interchange his hands, faces, etc., and then I'll do a little pose, a comparison, and we'll wrap up. So guys, sorry about that, we're back, and I have to say, he looks absolutely amazing. So there's Bakugo chilling, doing explosions with the effect pieces, as you can see there, so you can have a little dynamic effect of him looking absolutely triggered and annoyed with the effect pieces that the figure comes with. He's got his alternate head sculpt without the silly flap at the back, and that looks loads better, but unfortunately this head is only for the face without the mask. So as you can see there, he's unmasked Bakugo, fighting like he's took some battle damage, and he's ready to blast some people up. So that other head sculpt I was telling you about, that other piece with the flap, it's for this part. So if you like to display your Bakugo with the explosion parts of his mask coming off his hair, you have to use this dodgy hairpiece, which in my opinion is absolutely unnecessary. I don't know why they bothered. They should have just done another hairpiece there, just like that one, where it's a full head. There was just no need. So in terms of accessories and posability, looks, sculpt, I'd give this guy a 9 out of 10. I'd say a solid 9 definitely, but the reason it didn't get a 9.5 or a 10 was because silly little things such as the other hairpiece not coming with that flap for no reason when it's perfectly fine without, and the overly engineered sections of this figure for absolutely no reason let it down. So looks amazing, feels amazing, is a perfect representation of Bakugo. If you want to spend 60-65 bucks on a premium figure from Japan, and you want Bakugo the older version when he's been training in Hero Rising, Season 4, etc., this is the figure for you, 100%. But little gripes like that do let it down. But unfortunately, Revoltech don't always do perfect quality control. So when you buy one of these, be wary that most likely you'll either have a paint defect or a problem of some sort with yours, because the quality control is not amazing. But yeah, overall, everything else I'd say about a 9 out of 10. So not too shabby at all, guys. And I have to admit, posing him is a nightmare with all the accessories and stuff. Anyway, enough moaning, enough ranting. What we'll do is we'll do a little comparison. So what I forgot to tell you was, all the Revoltechs come with a display stand. So we have Revoltech Deku here, which I thought was an awesome figure. And then you can have these two kind of duking it out as the wood in the show, as you know. So you can have Bakugo annoyed at Deku going in for the shot, and Deku doing his full cowling for a nice dynamic pose there. Because as you know, these two are rivals in the show, and they're always duking it out. And unfortunately, Bakugo's usually the one that initiates the attack, because he hates Deku for some unknown reason. But as we get on in the show, he does get some good character development and stop being such an ass. And that's why in the new Hero Rising film, Bakugo went up in my estimations, and he became one of my favourite characters, because they actually work together instead of fighting over nothing 24/7. So yeah, overall, solid figure. Lots and lots of accessories, which we can't complain about. I know it's fiddly, I know it takes time, but you're buying figures, you're buying toys, you're going to have the time to pose them and get yourself a little diorama. That's part of the fun. So unfortunately, we've just got to deal with it and carry on. Yep, it's got flaws, it's not perfect at all. It could be improving, over-engineered sections, showing joints, but that's the best they could do with what they got. And this is probably the best Bakugo figure I've seen so far in the 1/12 scale. So the 6-inch range, perfect for your collection, premium quality, not super expensive if you get it imported. 65-70 bucks. That's with your postage included, I'd say, as well, I think. So we can't really complain. Loads of hands, loads of eye options, different faces. So you've got plenty of things you can do with this guy. And he's very fun, and if you like My Hero Academia and you like the character, I'd definitely pick him up, because when people start realising he's in stock in the Japanese hobby stores, once he's gone, and you'll have to wait for a re-release just like the Deku if you want to pick him up again. So yeah, that's all I can say really, guys, to be honest. Solid figure, not perfect, but still a great one for the collection. So yeah, thanks for your time as always, guys. Sorry this review was a bit all over the place, very long, much longer than I wanted, but it took that long to organise all the pieces and everything that I just had to take my time, because otherwise he was broken and I would be crying, because it's going to take ages to get one imported again, and he might even be out of stock. I'll have to check, but yeah, so I had to take my time with this one. No organisation, so I very much apologise for that, but that's the way it goes sometimes. And I was thinking, man, why are people moaning about this figure? You get so much stuff, blah blah blah. Now I understand why people have been moaning about it, because it's very fiddly and very flimsy, but still a solid grab. So thank you very much. If you enjoyed, please smack that like button, hit that notifications bell, subscribe if you're feeling generous and you're new here. That I'd really appreciate that. All that stuff that you don't want to hear. Thank you very much for your time. As always, you guys mean a lot to me, watching the content, and we'll keep trying to get stuff out for you. Awesome as always, guys. Keep collecting things to keep your mind off the crazy times, lockdown. Keep yourself safe and drink loads of water. Stay safe and keep collecting.